Good evening and welcome to Cafdil Healthcare on Cafdil Television. On this show, we pick the right topics, we get the right guests and ask them all the relevant questions on health that matter to you. Tonight, we are going to discuss procrastination. And I hope for now, up till now, or as we speak, there are certain things that you have decided to do, but you've not done it. And that is procrastination. Is it a sickness or what? We have psychologists here who are going to help us understand and tell us exactly the effect of this procrastination. My name is Kojo Arthur. I will go for a breather. When we come back, I will introduce my guest. Stay tuned.
Since time immemorial, God has always communicated himself and his will through various voices. The prophets, the kings, the judges, not forgetting John the Baptist, who was a precursor to Jesus Christ and gave us the will of God. We bring to you Voices from the Valley. This is a program designed by the Conventual Franciscan Friars in Ghana in collaboration with Cafdil TV to bring you in-depth insight in our faith, catechesis, and various Catholic teachings which will help you in your journey as a pilgrim. I know you cannot miss this program, and I highly encourage you that you shouldn't miss this program because it is Voices of God from the valley of prayer and silence. Join us this and every Sunday at 3 p.m. and a repeat on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. here on Cafdil TV and on our various social media platforms, YouTube, Cafdil EDU, and Facebook, Cafdil Cape Coast. Let us meet and share what God has for us through the Voices from the Valley.
Make me a means of your peace.
Welcome back. If you just join us, this is Cafdil Healthcare on Cafdil Television. We are live on Facebook, Cafdil Cape Coast, and on YouTube, Cafdil EDU. My guests tonight are they are from Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. I have with me Ishmaela Salapi.
Yeah.
I hope I'm right.
Yeah.
She is a clinical health psychologist from Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. We also have Dave Davis. He is a health education officer from Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, and also Rev's daughter. She is also a clinical health psychologist. You may wonder why I'm laughing, but I will tell you later. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome.
Thank you.
I hope you are well.
We are well, thank you.
I don't know. I supposed to wash this thing. I have my items there about 2 weeks now, but I think they are few. So up to now, it's not washed. Can you say that I am procrastinating, Dave?
Oh, so thank you very much for this opportunity. And once again, we are happy to be here. And I'm happy that we are talking about procrastination today, because day to day, one way or the other, we somehow tend to procrastinate. And then yes, what you are currently doing can be counted as procrastination. Because you know these clothes, you have to wash them.
Oh, I only 3 4 days. If I decide to wash it, it will not even take me 15 minutes. So I think I have enough time to do that now.
So it's more like as a train emergency, we are waiting for it to get to the point where we see, say, now we need this thing before we intend to do what we have to do. So yeah, it's actually procrastination.
So is this a sickness?
Okay, so procrastination is when there is something that we are supposed to do, but then usually we tend to avoid that particular thing. So in other words, there is something, you know, that this thing I'm supposed to do it, but then due to 1 or 2 reasons or a few reasons, you decide, oh no, this thing there, let me put it down for a little bit now. I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it the next day. So you see, seconds will turn into minutes, minutes will turn into hours, then days, then we'll come back to your own, then 2 weeks, then we are still going, then 1 month, then yeah. So it will be there, they will keep pushing it away. So with procrastination, it's more like there's something over there. We know we are supposed to do that thing, but due to 1 or 2 reasons, although we are going to do it eventually, but then due to 1 or 2 reasons, it's like we avoid that particular situation. We do not want to go there currently. We wait and then give excuses. We wait, give some time to it, and then yeah, we keep pushing it away always.
You're waiting for someone to come and do it for me. Like me, I'm waiting for Red Doctor to come. But how can someone recognize it in their daily lives?
Okay, so with the recognition, usually I believe it's supposed to be individually. You actually look at yourself, you look at how you do your things, how you used to do your things, and then how you are doing it now. So first, maybe there is something that you have to do. In just a few minutes, you go there, you get it done. But then lately, you've realized that, I say, Nancy, you keep pushing things away. Oh, I'll do it next week. Oh, this one is not plenty. Let me just put it aside, and then the next day I'll try and then work on it. Let me do this, let me do that. So when you look at yourself, you realize that, oh, it seems of late I keep. And then there are some people who do not actually realize that they are procrastinating. Even when you tell them, they don't want to believe it. So usually people around will also start saying it, because usually when you procrastinate, it doesn't affect you alone. It also affects those who are around
you
as also. Yes.
So procrastination, is it the same as laziness? And or is there a deeper psychological difference?
Okay, so it's not the same as laziness. So you realize that with laziness, you just don't have that desire to do something, like the effort that you want to put in is not there. But then for procrastination, you know that I have to do this, but then you just keep on delaying. You just keep on giving yourself excuses. Okay, no, I'll just do this maybe next week, or I'll do it tomorrow, or no, I have to do this first. So because of that, like with your washing here, that you're waiting for. That's one excuse that you can use here, where you are procrastinating. Okay, no, you when Rev daughter come, she will do the washing for me. Okay, no, next week. Okay, no, let me do it when next week come, next 2 weeks. But then with laziness, you see this one, the way you keep on, you know you have to do it. But then with the laziness, that effort that you want to even put in is not even there at all. Like that desire is not even there for it. In fact, you're not even going to pack the clothes that you even want to wash in the first place. But you see, procrastination, you know, this is the task I'm about to do. Nah, let me just put it down. But for laziness, you're not even going to even think about packing the clothes to even wash them. No, because you don't even feel like doing it at all.
So one is desire, one is the absence of desire.
Yeah, you can say it that way. And the fact that you just keep on making those excuses, delaying it, yes, pushing it away.
Oh, okay. So, is there a warning sign? Is there a warning sign that procrastination is becoming a serious problem?
Well, when you notice that it's been going on for a long time, some people, yes, maybe 1 or 2 days, it could look like they are procrastinating for 1 or 2 reasons. But you realize, and I'm sure those listening, if you pay attention to your life, your work schedule, you will notice that if you are someone that in the whole week, if you have something to do, you've been pushing it from Monday to Sunday, then you're like, oh, Sunday, the Lord said we should rest, so you're also resting. Then you push it to the next Monday. So if you start noticing that you are someone that you don't like doing things the time that you're supposed to, and every time you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, then you're becoming somebody who is procrastinating. Or you say what's chronic procrastinator.
Oh, okay. So, but then it still goes back to the realization. If it becomes difficult for you to realize it, then symptoms begin to show.
People do realize it, but they just don't think it's a problem. They just don't think. Everybody realizes that everybody procrastinates, or let me say most people do, and they do realize, oh, this is what I'm doing, or me, when I get something I have to take my time and relax before I do it. They notice it. They just don't think it's a problem, or the consequence has never been too much for them, so they are okay with it.
Wow. So Dave, why do people procrastinate even when they know very well the consequences?
Okay, so there are a lot of things that could count. So usually sometimes people are actually scared of the results that may come at the end. So this person has this exam, they know they've not really learned, and then they know, say, this exam diametra may bury. So because of that, just going to the examination hall alone is a problem, because he hasn't learned anything. So they are now scared. Say, if I go, what if I fail? What is going to happen? I'm even scared. I know I've not learned anything. So why then am I even going to write the exam? Okay, let me give an excuse. Nah, maybe I'm sick. I don't want to write this exam, so I'm sick. Instead of learning, oh, I'm sick. No. I don't think I can do this test. I don't think I can do this, because they know they are not prepared enough for what is ahead of them. So now they are scared to meet that particular thing. And then there are people who are also perfectionists. Perfectionists, usually they like their things 10 over 10. Only 9.5 in Panububofu. They want it to be 10 over 10. So people like this, usually when the issue is over there, they are like, oh, this thing that I'm going to do, can I do it 10 over 10? If it's not 10 over 10, then I'm not doing it at all. So instead of facing the problem at that particular moment, they'll wait. They will be like, I don't think I'm prepared enough. No, let me just wait. So that when I go in, then it means I'm going all out, and then I'm getting it 10 over 10. So yeah, sometimes this anxiety and all these things can also count, where they are actually scared of the future. They don't know what is going to happen. So they usually keep avoiding all these situations instead of approaching them, because they don't know the outcome. And the whole thing is they actually do not want to fail or get any bad result out of them. So they think the best way possible is to do what? Avoid that particular situation, to solve that thing.
While they know that giving the consequences.
Exactly.
So they intend to forget about the consequences, ignore the consequences. They don't care what the consequences will be at the end.
Oh, usually it's not like they do not care, but just like Rev Daughter said, maybe they've not, it hasn't really hit them that much before. They've not really felt some deep consequences before. So usually they do not really pay much attention to the consequences. They are just looking at the instantly, the satisfaction, and then all the benefits they are going to get from it currently. Yes.
All right. So let me get your thoughts on this. What are some of the most common tasks people tend to delay?
So there are a lot of tasks. If we come to the household chores, and I'm still going to come back to your washing. So yes, washing, maybe cleaning up the home. There are things that people tend to, delay or postpone. If it's education, assignments, project work, research work, in the offices, writing reports, you have certain work to do. Your boss has given you something. So there are so many things that people postpone. So for instance, especially when it comes to cleaning the house, some people will be like, oh, I have to clean, but let me just eat. I'm hungry. Let me just get some nice wachi. By the time they are done, I'm feeling sleepy. You know what wachi does? Like when you just eat wachi, then by the time you see they are off with your washing, and especially because they don't like it. Sometimes just to add up and then continue. Sometimes some of the things that they want to engage in is not something that is of interest to them. So for washing, maybe you don't even like washing. The washing, when you just think about the whole thing, how you're just going to fetch the water in the bowl and then you start going, just the thought alone. So yes, you can definitely decide to procrastinate on that.
Okay, so there are some areas of different tasks that we
different
do procrastinate
tasks,
in the
different.
home, at
Yes.
work, in school,
Everywhere. And then it's all dependent on you. So there are certain tasks that I would procrastinate, you wouldn't. So for somebody who is hygiene conscious, the person who didn't procrastinate household chores like cleaning and the rest, because I'm very hygiene conscious, I wouldn't. But then for all you know, that person who is postponing that wouldn't postpone their household chores, maybe at work you've been asked to write a report or to submit something, the person will be actually procrastinating that one. So it's individualized depending on you. There are certain tasks that you would, certain tasks that you wouldn't, based on your interest. What interests you?
but some do not have any consequences if you don't, or if you delay doing it.
Oh, there would be consequences, but then it wouldn't be as, huge as others. Yes, that is with it. Because if you keep on postponing, there's a reason why you need to do that task in the first place. It's important. So you need to do it. If you don't do it, it means there are consequences. So if you are postponing it, the consequence will meet you. But just that, like she was saying, is it that huge?
That's the question.
Yes.
So you tend to value them before you result. Students, do they procrastinate more than working adults, or is it a universal habit?
This thing, a lot of people have been thinking about it. Lots of questions have been going, students or adults, and indeed there have been several research done on it. But then, let's say everybody goes to one side. Some go to the student side, some go to the adult side. So to me, I think it's based on the task at hand. Students procrastinate because of one time frame. When you are given assignments, the lecturer will say, bring it on Friday. So you think, oh, I have enough time. So instead of doing it on Monday, why shouldn't I wait till Thursday? There's time. When Thursday comes, oh, Thursday evening, cry still there. So then Friday dawn. And for workers too, maybe if it's a report, your employer will say, maybe bring it the following day. So it depends on the time frame for each of them. The one who values the time or thinks, oh, let me just do it so that I get time for myself. It's like you are doing delayed gratification. You work right now, then you enjoy the reward later. There are some people that want the immediate one. Let me rest and enjoy right now before I work. And so it cuts across. Students do it, adults do it, parents do it, pastors do it.
Parents, how?
Parents, looking at the different kinds of things they have to do in a day. They wake up, they have to get themselves ready, have to get their children ready, send them to school, then go to work. By the time they come back, some people, instead of maybe cooking, they'll say, oh, let's order food or something because they are too tired. Then they keep postponing it. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it. Or maybe they've decided this is the weekend that I will clean and wash and do everything. But then they'll say, oh, I'm tired. You see all the work I had to do. Or they go to work and then they have to do a lot of things. Instead of doing it maybe at the workplace, also when I get home. So even parents tend to do it. Adults, every kind of adult does. I'm sure we all do it. Apart from the washing, I'm sure there are lots of things that we have been procrastinating.
Not that I know.
Maybe you don't want to remember.
So that
You don't want to use it. You don't want to remember. So I think it just cuts across. Depends on your task. If you think you're okay and you want to do, you have the vim to do it. And some people just want to rest and enjoy it, then we'll do it later.
I was asking Dave this morning on radio about, and it brought kind of, artisans.
Yeah.
The masons, the carpenters, the the seamstress and the tailors and those people who procrastinate more?
Let's see.
Who?
Well,
what's your thought on that?
I think that one depends on is it the money that is involved? Because if I'm a seamstress and someone brings me item and says, oh, it's express, I'm giving you maybe 300 Ghana cedis, and someone brings another material, and then you are not paying, you are paying like, oh, let me just give you 100. I mean, we are friends. Which one will you work on faster? The one that you get more money. It's just like those who, the carpentry, mason, they appraise the amount of value, the reward they are getting from. So if I'm building someone's house, this person is going to pay me millions of cedis, and your work, you're just going to give me like 1,000 cedis. How won't I do the million one and finish it?
You accepted that money based on the negotiation that went on.
But you do the million one, so they'll postpone the 1,000 one, then later go and do rush job, and then now they have the issue.
So this leads me to this. How does this procrastination, affect our productivity and overall quality of life? Dave?
Okay, so usually whenever we procrastinate, just like I said, it doesn't just affect us alone. It also affects those who are around us. So, for instance, take a health worker or a nurse who is supposed to, let's say, give a client or a patient a particular medication at 2 o'clock, and then this person is doing something else. And then instead of going to the person is just like, oh, let me wait small, oh, let me just wait small, let me wait small. What do you think is going to happen to that patient if the medication is not taken at 2 o'clock? Obviously, it's going to affect them, and then this is a health issue. Say another example, let's say a taxi driver who has a car, and then he wakes up in the morning, he has to check if everything is okay, and then fine. He checks, and sorry, I had the sound kakrebi inside, Instead of going to check it, he's like, oh, let me just go to the junction and then see if I can. When I get there, I'll just go to the fitter people over there, and then they'll just do everything for me, fine. So he gets there, and then he sees a lot of people standing there, plenty people, and then it's like, market abba, let me just continue. So he will, instead of going to the mechanic now, he will rather pick the people over there, go for a few rounds, continue going, get to the afternoon, get to the evening. There you see, he's getting a lot of money. There are so many things. This person will still not go and fix their car, and then they are going. Usually we know what happens when the car is faulty. It can cause a whole lot of problems. There could be accidents, there could be a lot of things. Even if it's a private car, sometimes people drive with their families and all that. And then if it's a passenger's car, there are people who also have families. They are sitting in your car, and then something happens to the car. This is going to also cause another problem. So yeah, procrastination is a bad thing because usually it affects those around us. So when we when we procrastinate, when we are always pushing things aside, we do not tackle what we are supposed to tackle. And then this reduces productivity, because now imagine not fixing the car and not doing all that, and then the car breaks down. Luckily there is no accident or anything. How are you going to get the money for the next day? Or how are you going to get the money to fix your next problem? It could even be because maybe as the particular problem could have been 50 cedis, but now guess what? You have to now pay over 3,000 and thousands of CDs, because as it was small and then you had to tackle it, what did you do? You had to push it away, and now the problem has become so bad and then worse than now you have to pay a lot of money to be able to fix that problem now.
All right. I don't know. I think during your conversation you made mention of stress.
Oh yeah.
Based on certain things, like you push and now if it's getting closer, you have to. So I just wanted to how can that lead to stress and anxiety or even depression?
Oh, okay. So imagine, let's take your clothes washing issue. you said you have just 2 or 3 things. That's just this week's own. This week you also wear clothes. So it will add to it will add to last week's own. Then by the time you realize the Saturday, the things have become like a mountain. They are just sitting behind it, watching it. How is this clothes going to wash itself? So you can imagine if you have like assignments and then people who have 10 papers, they have projects, you pilot. Imagine sitting behind a desk trying to do about 6 items all at once. So from this you move to this, from this you move to this. By the time you realize the pressure, the thought that deadline, it is also increasing your heartbeat, your heart rate. That means your anxiety has gone over the roof, which means you are getting close to getting high blood pressure. And then if this thing continues, that's when you start getting, it's like you become a hypertensive patient. And the reason why it causes stress is because you get frustrated by the heap amount of work you have. If you had spread it throughout, I can do this at this time, maybe take a rest, do this at this time, take a rest. But now you've taken all the rest and then you have to do everything at once. And because you want to meet deadline, so now your body tries to give you all the motivation and everything. It makes you tired. That's why you start feeling stressed, worn out. And if you're someone that keeps doing this, then you later have burnout because it means you've been stressed over time. So there are certain people that say, oh, my work is very stressful. It's not the work that is stressful. It is they that are making the work stressful because they do not want to do the work at the time that they have to do it. They keep postponing it. And they'll say, oh, I work under pressure. And then the pressure will just take them to a different level. So if you procrastinate a lot, it becomes too much at that time, which increases your stress levels, increases anxiety. And if it gets to the point where every day you are tired, that is when you start losing motivation to even get up from bed, motivation to eat, motivation to do anything. Then you are heading towards depression. Yes.
So this thing starts small.
Exactly.
Without knowing that it can lead you to all these bigger things.
Exactly.
Ish. Why do you think people wait until the last minute before taking action?
So many reasons. So, like the one I spoke about earlier, lack of interest. What I want to do is not something that I like. And once I don't find pleasure in that, I wouldn't even think of trying to do it in the first place. I'll just keep on postponing. Oh, okay, today is Friday, I'll do it on Sunday. I'll just keep on moving just like that because it doesn't make me happy. Some of them too also underestimate the work that they want to do. So I'm back to your washing. I think we have to find another example. All right, so for instance, maybe with a worker who has to write reports. Reports, some jobs you have to be writing reports every week. And then you go like, okay, this week's report, no, let me just take it to next week, then I'll combine the 2 of them, and then when it comes, okay, let me keep on, don't worry, by the time this report is just something simple. If I just sit down within the next 5 minutes, I'm done.
Listen, you yourself convince yourself.
Yes, you're trying to let yourself know that, oh, don't worry, like 5 minutes, I'll be done. And then now when the time comes, so you sit behind it, then you realize that there's a heap there. Then now you have to do it. So you just understand. It was just to you. You saw it as something small, something that you could have completed very quickly. But then when you sit behind it, then you realize that no, it's not as small as I thought. Yes. So that one too can also cause people to also do that. And then some people also procrastinate because they believe they can work under pressure. Some individuals can work under pressure, but it doesn't mean everybody can work under pressure. So some people, they have the view that when the deadline is approaching and I sit behind the work, you see, you get this kind of rush, this adrenaline within you that, pushes you to work. So some of them, they want that adrenaline and they can only get it when it's last minute. But from the beginning, it's like nothing is hitting you, so you don't get that rush that will push you to work. So some of them, they'll begin to postpone. Okay, when it's almost like, if the deadline is Sunday, I will even do it Saturday dawn or midnight, because by that time you have that adrenaline, then you are able to push through and then you work. And then for some people too, the reason why they also procrastinate is time management. They are not able to manage their time well. There's time for everything. So at this time you are supposed to do this, and at this time, and you have to stick to it. They find it difficult to stick to those times they are supposed to do. So in the morning, I know when I wake up, I have to take my bath. Then after bathing, what's next? Okay, I have to take my breakfast. After breakfast, what's next? Then I have to sit behind my book and then read something or do my assignment or something. By the time you realize, they'll sit behind the book. Then, let me just see something on my phone. Then they just pick up the phone, then that is all. That discipline to follow, they are the ones that even created the schedule themselves, so nobody even did it for them. But then that discipline to follow, that is not there. So because of that, they are unable to keep up. Then, tomorrow, next week, then it just keeps on going like that. So there are so many reasons why people would keep on delaying their tasks or pushing their work.
Right. And I believe you watching us also, you have your own reason for pushing things, forward. You're still watching Cafdil Healthcare on Cafdil Television. We're going for a short break. When we come back, we'll get talking again.
Since time immemorial, God has always communicated himself and his will through various voices, the prophets, the kings, the judges, not forgetting John the Baptist, who was a precursor to Jesus Christ and gave us the will of God. We bring to you Voices from the Valley. This is a program designed by the Conventual Franciscan Friars in Ghana in collaboration with Cafdil TV to bring you in-depth insight in our faith, catechesis, and various Catholic teachings which will help you in your journey as a pilgrim. I know you cannot miss this program, and I highly encourage you that you shouldn't miss this program, because it is Voices of God from the valley of prayer and silence. Join us this and every Sunday at 3 p.m. and a repeat on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. here on Cafdil TV and on our various social media platforms, YouTube, Cafdil EDU, and Facebook, Cafdil Cape Coast. Let us meet and share what God has for us through the Voices from the Valley.
Make me a means of your peace.
Welcome back. We're still discussing procrastination, and we are live on Cafdil Cape Coast, that is Facebook, and also on YouTube, Cafdil EDU. Procrastination is what we are discussing now. Let me start with you, Ishmaela. Again, but this time around, try not to use my So, is fear of failure, one of the main causes of procrastination, and why?
It is. Now, as individuals, nobody wants to fail. Everybody wants to succeed. Unless, of course, I don't know, do you want to fail?
Oh, no.
Everybody has that inherent desire to always succeed. So we all have that fear of failure, depending on how you're able to control it. Now, when you are scared of failing, it can cause you to procrastinate your task, because that fear alone makes it difficult for you to even approach the task. So I'm about to do this term paper. What if I'm not able to do it well? What if at the end of the day, when the lecturer brings the paper, then I get 2 over 20? And all those thoughts just keeps on running. So it brings up just this negative thoughts into your head. So what if I even go and then the lecture, you know, we've seen some of these memes, videos where then the lecturer just crosses out your paper because everything that you've written is not sensible. So that's when you just start having those thoughts, you begin to just imagine, your brain just plays it out to you. So that fear alone is just going to cripple you. You're going to even find it difficult because I want to make sure that I do it well, but then just because I'm so scared, once the fear starts setting in, it's going to be very difficult. So you'll be like, okay, no, so you know what, let me put it down, I'll do it on Sunday. I want to make sure that I'm able to do it, so I'll just go and get this information. I have to speak to somebody about it so that I'm able to do it well, just so that I do not fail. So yes, that's one. It can actually cause procrastination.
Right.
Yes.
Doctor, I want to know whether procrastination is a learned or a learned habit, or there are some people naturally more prone to it. No, I don't want to use some people, I mean we all.
Okay, so that is the same nature question. So it's 50-50. Just as some people, they'll say, oh, it's my personality, I like to do things on time, because if I don't do it on time, I begin to have anxiety. Then we say, oh, this person has obsessive and compulsive disorder. That is those people that everything has to be exactly the way they want it, otherwise it causes some form of anxiety. So some people, that's their personality, they are born that way. However, for most people, it's shaped. So let's take 2 parents. We have a parent that is very strict towards a 2-year-old. So even when it's time, there is time for you to use the washroom every day. There is time for you to eat. The minute the time passes, you are lashed. The minute you speak out of 10, you are lashed. The minute it is time for you to go to sleep and you are still awake, you are lashed. And then we have a second parent. That's how you do it depends on the child. Oh, mommy, I don't feel like sleeping. Oh, okay, wait. When it's 30 minutes more, then you go and sleep. So for these 2 children, one grows up thinking, I have to do this exactly the time because you were brought up like that. That's your training. And the other one is just okay with how it just goes with the flow. So most of us, it's learned. It's from some people, it's from how they were trained from childhood. Maybe they have very strict parents. They follow certain rules with life. Those people, everything is organized, very organized. So they plan. Somebody wakes up and they have a plan. So wake up at 8 a.m., sweep 8:05, eat 8:10. It's like that, and they have to follow it, else they feel like the world is coming to an end. And somebody just flows with it. Wake up 10 o'clock, or eat 12 p.m., and then wash the next day. That is just how it is. So there are some people that are born like that, but most people, it's how we are brought up.
So, Ish made mention of, oh, when you do so, let me pick my phone, something. You are going on social media.
Yes.
Isn't it? Is that not what you're referring to?
Yes.
So, how much does social media and smartphone use, also contribute to procrastination?
I think for this one, everybody will be a witness to. Let's all remember times when we say, oh, for the Christians, we read our Bible. And then you say, oh, the Bible is on my phone, it's an app. The notification comes, ping, then you check the WhatsApp message. You will check message and check message. That's when TikTok notification has come. Oh, let me check this video. Oh, sad inside. I'll read the Bible before I sleep. I'll pray before I sleep. You scroll and scroll and scroll till you realize it's in the morning. Or students, we are coming to do an assignment, we are coming to study. Then you say, oh, let me just read or let me watch something. And you know, because of the algorithm, it keeps giving you things you are interested in.
Sure.
Then it's serving as a distraction. You don't even notice that it's even a distraction. You focus all your attention on scrolling and scrolling and swiping. Then you text your friend, hey, have you seen this? And I've noticed there's this group of people that if they're about to clean the house or do house chores, if they don't get the right music, they don't start cleaning. So it's like they postpone the cleaning until they pick a set of playlists. And if the playlist is not correct playlist, they'll keep postponing and postponing. Apart from social media, there are people who prefer watching movies. So they have something to do, but then they would rather sit and maybe watch one episode of something. And we know how series is always ending on a cliffhanger.
Oh.
Then it's like, oh, suspense, let me see what comes tomorrow. Then next
Some of us
episode.
are subscribed to it.
Episode 2. Hey.
You watched Kasongo before?
No. You'll be
We
saying.
have 43 episodes now. I've watched all of them. I'm waiting for the next to come.
So imagine if all the episodes were released and you have something to do.
Hey.
You keep watching.
That's why he has
watching.
not watched.
I'm sure. I'm sure. So social media plays a very vital role. Just that it's difficult to break that habit,
Sure.
like the tradition.
Sure. But Dave, are there any situations where procrastination can actually be helpful?
Oh, yeah. There are a few times where procrastination can actually be helpful. Ebi will cry home by yes and there or a helpful small one. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have to go to the roadside to go and buy something. You take your time, you don't go, you wait small, and then you are just there, and then maybe after hours and all these things, you decide, okay, let me go. If I see this phone, oh, so if he wasn't this thing, like I won't even see this 5 CDs on the floor. So it's even better that I didn't go early. If I went early and come and go to them and see what. So yeah, there are some people, as they said, who are able to work very well under pressure.
How do you know that it's
The
kind of
Oh, and currently no procrastination no more. So yeah, there are some people who claim they work well under pressure. Usually when it's deadline time, that's where they start. They are able to get ideas, they are able to gather all their thoughts, they want to move under pressure, they do this, they do that. So during those times, people who are actually able to work under pressure, now that is where, when the thing is over there, they will be able to work perfectly on whatever they are doing. Say, the time there, he starts from the exact time that they are supposed to start from. The person will just be looking through the work, and then they will do anything anyhow. They won't really be able to do the exact thing that they want to do. So yeah, there are people who are able to work under pressure. But me, I think there are positive sides to everything. But at the end of the day, I still think procrastination is actually not a good thing. Because, example, like a student, they give you an assignment, and then this generation today, we are procrastination. There is AI. So whenever you have an assignment to do, you just copy it, give the right command, everything just flows through. Within 5 minutes, you are done. But then guess what? You have to submit the work by 10:30. Wabo, 10:29. If I copy that to that date that to AJ baby create AI need be so there. Should I add a table? accompanying as I'm a lecturer. Maybe a lecturer. Should I add a table? At a Syria. So exactly. So with that, you know, because a procrastinating into you didn't get enough time to be able to look through the work and then do the editing properly to the perfect anchor on it. Because you see a lecturer no this guy. Very serious.
There are some comments and dash.
Exactly.
To add to it, I think we have to be honest with ourselves. Compare the time when you did everything at the sale when you were supposed to, and compare it when you added all things together. Can't you see that the first time when you had the time to do it, you felt freer than all the time you kept adding to it, and then yeah,
you are right.
This time no washing.
Give us some practical, some simple practical, you know, ways people can overcome procrastination.
Okay, so with her last submission, she mentioned one. You know, taking your time to do the task. So you break the task into smaller pieces, smaller ones, so that you can be able to do it. So this is, for instance, I'm doing my research work. You know, you have chapter 1 to 5, and then I've decided that okay, I can't do chapter 1 to 5 at a sitting. I would have to start from somewhere, just so I don't end up procrastinating. So somebody would be like, okay, let me take chapter 1. Now chapter 1 has sub parts. So you just take it from introduction. So maybe with today I'll just focus on the introduction and the background. So you take it small pieces just like that. So as you are selecting them, make sure that what you are selecting is realistic. Sometimes some people, when they are, you know, breaking the task into smaller pieces, they give themselves unrealistic parts. Because chapter 1 has a lot. You have the background, the introduction, the statements of the problem, and so on. And you're telling me you're going to do chapter 1 today. Meanwhile, you have to eat.
You're going to use AI.
And then you do the mistake they was
then the mistake will come in. You need to relax. Your brain also needs to rest so that you can be able to focus. So taking it in smaller ones is very good. Then rewarding yourself. Now, when you are able to achieve what you want to do,
Is it the reward? Is it intrinsic or extrinsic?
oh, for it can be both ways. The intrinsic one, that one is more internal. But then give yourself something that you can see. That's something that like you can feel. If you are the type that maybe you want to go out, you like to eat, you want to order something. Now we have KFC here, so you can go get some KFC.
Somebody is not ordering for you.
Yes, it makes you happy.
Oh, buying something
For
your own
yes,
It's because you've not tried it. That's
but-
it.
try it. Yes.
But, like you buy for me, Ron, you have done it.
That one is that one too.
motivation.
When you're spending somebody's money, but then there's another joy. There's another joy when you are also able to work and then spend your money. You know, sometimes when you're spending somebody's money, you're thinking, next time, what should I do for the person? That one alone is another burden. No, this one is for yourself. Are you going to be thinking, next time, what should I do? No.
Anyway.
Yes, so you reward every little thing that you are able to do. Reward it, like just do something that makes you happy. So for the movie lovers, they can decide that okay, after I'm done with my background, I'm going to do binge watching, because yes, I've been able to achieve what I did. So you give something that you know you like, you love, then you do it just to reward yourself. Right. So it's also another way.
Our time is up anyway, but my last question has to do with how to recover, you know, after repeatedly missing, what do you call it, deadlines. How can someone recover after that, Rev Doctor?
I think the first thing you have to do is to, first of all, not blame yourself too much. When you blame yourself too much, it causes self-guilt, self-doubt, a whole lot of things that could come from that. Secondly, and which is something everyone must try to do, is to be self-disciplined. Make sure that whatever you set your mind to do it now. What I do to help me out of procrastinating certain things is to think of the future suffering that I'm going to go through. If I keep thinking about the future suffering, let's say, and this is not for you, this is me. If I don't wash every Saturday, I can think of how the next week Saturday things are going to be plenty. Even that alone motivates me, so that this Saturday I will be able to still my own clothes every Saturday. I have to wash it. I can't pile it up. I really cannot, because the fear that is going to pile up and is going to frustrate me. So we have to learn to be disciplined. Discipline is the key to.
All right. Yeah. So you are all going to advise our brothers and sisters, our viewers who are stuck in the cycle of procrastination. What advice would you give?
Okay, so for procrastination, one thing that you have to do is to always do self-reflection, because when the reflection doesn't come in, you're not even going to realize in the first place that you are procrastinating.
All right. Dave.
Okay, so in everything you do,
Oh, here is suffering from sore throat. We are only disturbing you. But,
let me.
Yes.
So in everything you do, you should know that you are not alone, and then there are always people around you who can help you. If you feel maybe the burden is too much for you to carry, you can just seek help from other people around you, and then I believe together we'll come out of every situation successfully.
And I think instead of resting and then doing the work later, why not do the work now and having all the time in the world to rest? That should be a motivation for you.
All right. All right. Thanks for watching. Thank you to all the crew. Same time next week. Good night.